good morning, and welcome to episode 31 here in this Monday morning's mixed media piece. Last year I made a piece every Monday, but this year I'm doing so many other things, so I have chosen just to do something once in a while in this book here. So instead of calling it week something, I call it episode. So once in a while there will be some videos about me doing something here in my altered book. And I will put a link below under more, the little word more, with a link to the playlist for all I have done so far in this book, altered book here, and the previous book, the little green book. They will be links down under here. And there also are links to how I altered the books. But let us... No, not that yet. I just want to introduce myself. My name is Lisbeth, and I'm a Danish mixed media abstract artist. And I like to do all kinds of things, stitching, slow stitching, jelly printing, collaging with both fabric and paper, making books and altering books, and yeah, you name it. So if you're one of those persons who likes to do all sorts of things, you have come to the right channel, and a warm welcome to you. And also welcome to all of you loyal people who keeps coming back here and watching what I'm doing. But if you're not interested in all these things, and not only a specific thing, I have tried to put things in playlists so you can search there and find the subject that interests you and look at that there. So now it's time to do something. Let us see here where I left you last time. This was the spread I left you with last time. So today I have the next spread ready here, and I want to paint this spread before I do something on the spread. And since I will tell you in a second what I'm planning. My plan for today is I have chosen two colors, a creamy color and a silver one, and I think I will mix them a little here on the spread. So I will do that and let it dry. And while this is drying, my plan is to make a piece of a weaved piece. So I will cut up a lot of strips from my jelly prints and then start doing some kind of weaving. But more about that when we reach that. So let us start with putting paint on here. And whoops, splop, splop, splop. That went into the lid, all of it. Not that smart. So out here. And let us push a little more out here. And the bottle is nearly empty, and I was in my local shop yesterday to buy some more of this. I like to use this creamy, or I think it is called ivory. Yeah, it is ivory paint instead of the screaming white. That was a lot there. And then I think I will try to mix it just like that. Yeah, just a second. I will take some of the pages I have torn out of the book when I altered it and put it in here. Not to, yeah, it doesn't matter here because there isn't anything on the sides to come or the spreads to come, so I will just paint it. You can also just have taken a credit card or anything to spread it out. And I know this paper is a rough paper, So the first layer, it will always, yeah, it's like the paint sucks into the paper. So I need a little more paint here than I'm normally is using. So right there. And I like it is a little, yeah, that it is not as blended totally, and it had some marks and so on. So most of it will probably be covered up, but I don't mind that. I will do the other side and then I will let it dry and be back. Yeah, done with the painting, and I am a pig with my brushes, so I have made myself that habit to have a glass of water beside me when I'm doing, and then I just drop my pencils. No, not my pencils, my brushes. There, I said it again. Into this water, because then it is easier to clean them. I don't buy expensive brushes because, yeah, as I said, I'm not treating them very nice, but this helps a little. So I can just put that away, and I will put this away and let it dry and start cutting some strips. The most simple way you can make a weaving is going over, under, over, under, over, under, and that for that you need a warp that is going this way and a weft that is going this way. And since my book is about 26 centimeters or so, I think I will make it will end up like a square, because my book is a square. I will make it approximately 20 by 20 centimeters. So I think I want my strips to be about a centimeter. And I have been jelly printing on some heavier paper than copy paper. I think it is some photo paper. You can do it with copy paper, but it is a little more flimsy and floppy to work on. It is much easier to work on a heavier kind of paper. I think this is 130 GSM or so, and a normal copy paper is 80 grams at a GSM per yeah, for the normal copy paper. But I already have cut a lot of these strips here, but I will show you quickly how I do it. I have this paper here, and I have a self-healing cutting mat, and I line it up with a line here. And then I take my ruler and go to the next. This is in centimeters, and I'm sorry, I'm Danish, so I work in centimeters. If you're working in what is it called, inches, I think 1 inch is about 2.5 centimeters, about that. So you will have to figure out how wide you want to cut your strips in if you're doing it in inches. But then I just place my ruler here, and I have a hobby knife here, and then I just carefully go along here like this. And now I have a strip on 1 centimeter. I can show it again. It isn't very difficult. If you don't have these things, of course you can take your ruler and I just want to say, I don't move that before I'm sure my strip is cut off. But if you don't have a cutting mat or a knife, you can always draw lines on the back of your paper and then cut them with a scissor. But if you're really skilled with a scissor, you can make them as neat as these, but I think it is difficult to cut them with a scissor as neat as these gets here. So I will have a lot of them because, as I said, for those of you who can do math, if I want to do a piece that is 20 by 20 centimeters, I need 20 strips going that way and 20 strips for the going that way. So that is 40 strips I need, and I want some different ones. I have also, yeah, I don't know if I have more of that paper, but yeah, I have. To make it a little more interesting, I think I want to do some strips that only is a half centimeter. So I would do it exactly the same, line it up with a black, mine here has a blue line. And then I will say that is about a half a centimeter. And again, I'll just, and take your time doing this, just don't rush too hard. And it is also a sharp or a new blade is good. They get dull at times, and then it can fray or so in the paper, and that isn't so nice. But I also have cut some of these here because I think that would be nice if some of them only are this size, as half a centimeter. So I can show you here. I will remove this and show you all the strips I have been cutting out. So here they are, all the strips I have cut out, and there probably are too many. Yeah, I haven't counted them, but we will see. And the small ones are on my side here. So I will clean my table again and place my cutting mat, because I would do it on my cutting mat. Then it is easier to keep it straight. So away with them and on to the next. I have just been lying all these strips up, and I have just been playing with them, and yeah, it is, in one way it's random, and in another way it is not, because I have chosen to make 2 strips and a thin strip of the dark one, and 2 strips and a thin strip of the dark one, and 2 strips again, and the same that way. And then I ended up here in the middle, and I thought it was getting quite dark, so I had this 2 centimeter strip here. So I decided to place that in the middle. So I think they are lined up. Yeah, it looks quite fine here, but you never know how it looks when you start doing the weaving with all the other strips. But it is just playing and see if it ends up you like it, or if you don't like it, you can unravel it and start all over again. Yeah, so the way I'm doing it, I have some masking tape here, and I will just it is always to find the end here. Take take a strip that is about a little over 20 centimeters, and I'll just keep it lying there. But the way I do it is I drag these down here, and then I place them the best I can. And it is quite difficult for me here, because I have a camera here just under my nose. But I will place them up and line them up the best I can. Here, like this. And it is important they are close to each other, as close as I can, but don't overlap them. And then I will take my masking tape and just place it there. And you can feel with your fingers if there is a place they are overlapping each other, and that isn't so smart when you start weaving. So, and you can see you have to fiddle a little around here to make it okay. But I think that this is nice. And I'm sorry I won't be doing the rest of this filming it, because it is nearly impossible for me to do it here. But again, I will line this up here, and the next, there, and there, and there, and there, the big one here, and place my finger and just put the tape over here. But I will do it for the rest and show it to you when I'm done. So I have been lining them up, and I can feel here with my fingers that some of them are really close to each other, and some of them that there's a little more space, but I don't think that matters so much when we start weaving. So now the exciting thing starts, and again, you can choose totally random. Just pick one of your strips and start weaving. But I think I will take my strips in exactly the same order as these are sitting there, and I don't have any more of this one, but I have this strip here, so perhaps I can use that strip when I come to this point here. I wasn't thinking of that when I placed it there, that I don't have any more of this, but yeah, we will see. So the first strip here is this one, so I will take this, and then it is just going on under every second strip here. And you can help it a little along. I think I will remove these strips here, they are in my way. And that is the most simple weaving you can do: over one, under one, over one, under one. I don't know what it is called in English, but in Danish it is called lærredsvævning. And vævning er det samme som weaving. And I will just, I can see I have done it wrong there. So I will just remove this and see, this has to be going under. And this is why this is a little better with a little heavier paper than just normal copy paper, because normal copy paper will quite easily be bended and not so nice. I think it is okay now. Let us see. Over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over. But you will automatically register at the next row if you have been doing something wrong, because then it would look not okay, or it will look as you have done something wrong. So this was this color, and then I will take this color, and I tend to start this way, but of course you can start this way. That doesn't matter. Perhaps it is something with, if you're left or right-handed, that could be why. So you can see it's not difficult. You would just have to fiddle a little around. And now you can see if you have done it okay, because you have to push this row as close as you can without damaging the papers up to the previous row or the previous weft, like this. And you can see there it is sitting very nice. So again, this one, and now I need a black strip, and I will do the opposite of the previous row. You can help by lifting them a little. If that is easier for you. And under. And let me see if I've done it. Whoops. Correctly, and it looks like that. So again, I will press my weft up against the previous row here. And now you can see something is beginning to happen. Yeah, that was on. Then I needed this turquoisey one here, so I'll take that one. Let us see if I have done it correctly. And you can see there, I missed the black, thin black one there. It is going under 2 there, and then these two will be the same, and that isn't all right. So I will just go back here and go over and under, over, under, over and under. So you can see it is quite easy to correct if you have skipped or gotten over 2 or under 2 instead of 1. So again, I will just, I use my nail to push it up, and I can see, I think this paper is a little thinner than the other, so yeah, but I think it will be all right. So this was the turquoise one, so then it is this here, and where is that? This is this one here. So again, this was under, so I will go over. Like this, and that is the black one I missed last time. So, and so, and so. And let me see if yeah, it is okay. I can see it is the opposite. So you really have to push up here to make I know this won't be a square, but the other things here, when it is a centimeter and a centimeter, should be like a little square. So push it up the best you can here. But I think you can see what I'm doing. So I will continue a little further and show it when I have been weaving some more. Now I have come to this place here, only that way, and I don't think I want to put a black strip in there. So I have been in my scrap box and I have found this piece here. I think I can use instead, and it's just ordinary copy paper, so I will have to be a little careful mocking it in there. But you can see it is sitting quite nice when you have put several rows on, and you can really give it a manicure and push it and make it really nice, so you individual small spaces there will be as square as possible. And if they don't, it doesn't matter. But I think it looks nice, but it's not always I'm able to push so much as I want to, because maybe some of the stripes are not even, or yeah, I don't know why. And one thing I have learned doing this is, no matter how much I push them up and how tight I make them, and if I use the same amount of strips that way and that way, it will always be a little longer that way than it is wide. And I think that is the construction of it. It's the wide. It isn't that. But I, again, don't mind. So again here. But it is a nice way, for instance, to use all your scrap jelly prints up, cut them up and use them here. And here I should be a little careful because it is only copy paper. Yeah, but I think I managed. So I will continue all the way down and show it to you when I'm done. So I'm done with all the weaving, and there should have been a stripe more here at the bottom, but since these won't be long enough, there's so much white here, I will stop. And I've just measured it, and it is more square now than it would be if I put a row more on here. So you can keep on pushing and nursing it here until you are satisfied with it. I just use my nail to do it, but I think it looks quite fine now. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my glue stick, and then I will just lift this one up here and the next one up here. But I think I will start at the top, so I won't be coming in camouflage with just like that up there. And it is, I don't know if it is necessary to do this, but then I'm sure that it would stick. Because I will be gluing all of this into my book in a little. So I will do that there, and I will do it all the way down here and all the way down here and up here. And when I've done that, I will cut it clean, but that I will show you. So I have been gluing some of the strips here, and you can see it isn't running anywhere. So of course you can take your ruler and cut it up wherever you like. If you want to have snips hanging out here, or if you want to go all up to the first row, that is up to you. So I think I will cut it up to the first row. So again, I think I will, you can cut it with your scissor, and perhaps that is the easiest thing to do. But I can do both, I can try both. So I will just cut here. Now you're really getting confetti, square confetti. There. And even though I save a lot of things, I don't think I would be saving those things here. So, and here. I'll cut this. Yeah, I think that is fine. I think it is perhaps a little risky to cut them, because maybe you should have a really sharp blade on your knife if you're doing it, because you can easily, because they are such small strips, they can get frayed. But take it slowly. Yeah, like this. And let us take the last side here. And I will also do it quite slowly. Away with all those small pieces. Yeah, I can see it is a little wonky, but perhaps I can cut a little off here down here. I don't know why it had ended up like this, but it has. Yeah, then I will glue it in my book. So I will. The pages must be dry now. This is taking a little time to do this. So I will be back. So I will glue this to my page, and since this is a quite heavy thing, I will use matte gel and not my glue stick. If I can get there it was up. That was a tough one. So I think I will just take a page here and put some, brush some matte medium on here, and perhaps some of it is coming up in between, in the holes. I don't mind. It would clear dry. It would dry clear. That was just the other way around. So a good layer here on the sides, so I'm sure it will stick down. And then I will put it under some heavy pressure, and hopefully it will stick down. So there, let us see. So I will remove this, and I think this was the way. Sorry, I will be standing up so I can center it the best I can. Like this, so yeah, and I will take this one, and yeah, I won't do that. I will take another one, because now I have glue all over my hands, and really squeeze it down here. Yeah, I think I would let it sit for just a second or so. While it was sitting drying, I had some of these strips left over. There wasn't many left, but there was one of this pattern and there was 4 strips of the other patterns. So I just make a very loose weaving, and it was quite on purpose that I made it so loose, so that you can see the small square it is made there. I made it quite wonky, and I did it exactly the same way as I did this. Glued it down with matte medium, and now it is sitting there, and I can see it is lifting up a little here, so I can just give it a little there, like this. But I think it would be sitting there. So that was just a little extra, but the 2 pages is looking like this, and I'm really satisfied with this one. There are so many ways this pattern could have ended up, depending on how you placed your different strips, and you can play with the width of your strips and get rid of some of all your prints you don't know what to use for. I have made it quite, in the same color scheme, all these, but that's just me. Of course, you can mix your colors in any ways you like, but I like the monochrome ways. I have done a couple of others. I have been sitting in another book, and I will put some pictures of them here in the video also, so you can see them, to see the possibilities there. But I think it is such a nice spread with this little wonky one there, and a more normal weaved one there. So yeah, I will take some close-ups at the end of the video. And again, remember to put your brush in the water, because you ruin your brushes if they are sitting and getting stiff with the medium. I have ruined many brushes that way, so remember that. So, done with episode 31, and I hope you have been inspired. I hope you have learned some tips and tricks, and I hope you will give it a try yourself and use up some of your old jelly prints for this. It is really a nice thing sitting there weaving. So let me just say, if you have been liking what you're seeing, please give my video a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing. And there are also the option of hitting that notification bell, and if you do that, you will get a notification that there's a new video coming up. So I will just say bye for now, and say take care and be creative until next time. Bye.